If you're watching this video right now, you're probably interested in learning how to sell your services on Fiverr as a freelancer, maybe as a graphics designer or um, as a web designer or as Google Ads manager or whatever service at all that you are offering on Fiverr. Now, regardless of the kind of services you are offering, it is possible to be able to get buyers, to have people, to have clients, patronize those your services from Fiverr. That's because Fiverr is a very big platform, that connects buyers and sellers together. So you can actually sell your product on Fiverr. But even though it's possible to sell on Fiverr, selling is not just as simple as ABC. It's not just as simple as creating your account and then having buyers through your inbox. No, it's not just that way. It doesn't work that way. There are methods, there are things you need to do if you want to sell your first product on Fiverr. So the first thing you need to realize, if you want to sell your product, or sorry, if you want to sell your services on Fiverr, the first thing you need to realize is that the people there are real buyers. It's not just robots that will patronize you. It's human beings just like you, just like myself. Now, people there are buyers, and being buyers, it means there are certain things they're going to consider when they are buying your services. Now, first of all, you need to ask yourself, if you are going to buy a service on Fiverr right now, what's the first thing you are going to consider? Now, the first thing you pay attention to is the gig setup. What the gig setup, as in what does this guy have to offer in his gig? What is his gig talking about? What is his gig all about? How is this gig designed and described? How is this gig structured in such a way that is appealing to me as a buyer? So these are the first things you need to consider if you are going to sell your services on Fiverr. So it means you need to find somebody, okay, who is already selling their own services on Fiverr and succeeding in it. You need to find somebody who is selling what you are about selling or what you intend selling on Fiverr and is already succeeding in it. And the best person to learn from is somebody that has already made, let's say, over 50 or 100 sales. So just what you do, just log on to Fiverr. When you get to that platform, open, search for a service. For instance, you are offering, let's say you are offering graphics designing. So just log on to fiverr.com, and when you are there, you type in there graphics designing. So when you type in graphics designing, it's definitely going to show you top rated sellers on the platform, as well as several other people on the same platform. So what are you going to do? Just click on one of the gigs with up to 50 plus sales. Click on one of those gigs and open it in a different tab. Then go over to your own account and open your own services, or create your own gig if you haven't created a new if you haven't created one before. But if you have created one before, just open that's your account or that's your gig on a different tab and compare and contrast. Compare it with what that guy has on his own and see the differences between his own services and your own services. Now, what you're going to do is copy exactly everything that guy has done there, or everything that guy has there, and put it in your own. Now, I don't mean copying his write-up and everything, hook, line, and sinker, but I mean his setup, his gig setup. Just copy his gig setup, whether in the basic, whether in the standard, whether in the gold. Copy his gig setup and repeat the same thing in your own. 99% of the time is working for him, because he's getting those sales because he has already followed this method and is working. So the best thing to do is to follow that same method that will work, or that is already working for him and is going to work for you. I didn't know this when I was creating my first gig, and I didn't make a sale for more than 1 year. Do you understand? So until I came across somebody who has made lots of sales, and I was like, what did you do differently? Say, if you were to be buying, if you were to be a seller and to be buying a service, are you going to buy your own service just by looking at your own gig? And so by going back to pay attention to the things that other people have been doing, I found that there are things that I was supposed to be doing that I didn't do. Now that's number one. Number two, number two thing that will help you to sell faster is your appearance on your gig. Now, don't misunderstand me. I was using my personal account for a very long time until I realized that on Fiverr, I can make it easier or faster if I use a female account. Of course, you may not hear anybody tell you this, but I had to, meet with my wife. I said, okay, get an account on Fiverr and let me be the one running the account. And yeah, she did that. And before you know it, I looked for one of the best images I could find and then use it to edit my gig. And yes, my gig became very, very attractive. And I don't just mean anyhow image that you just pick from somewhere. I mean studio picture that was properly edited, properly designed. I just used that picture to design my gig. And before you know it, it was drawing attention. Of course, it started by drawing my own attention before drawing that attention of other people. Now, the number 3 thing that will help you to sell on Fiverr, this one, you may not really hear it from anywhere. You may not hear anybody tell you this. And that is this. After creating your account and using a good image to design it, preferably, okay, an attractive female image to design your gig, use it. Don't doubt me. Use it. It's going to work because it worked for me. It worked for me. Okay. After using an attractive female to design your gig, okay, or if you as a man, you look very good, you can use a professional image of yourself and do the same. Now, after doing that, here is one thing I want you to do for me. Go and look for $10. $10. Go and look for $10. Then get your friend who has a different device than you are using to create a buyer account on Fiverr. Get your friend to create a buyer account on Fiverr. Now, after he has created that buyer account, let him buy your product. Just get one of your friend, give them that $5 and say, buy my service or buy my services on Fiverr. Now, even if your services on Fiverr are going from, let's say, $50 to $100, you can still do this just with that same $5. Okay, all you need to do is let this person chat you up in the inbox asking you to offer that same service you are offering at a reduced price, and then you on your own then reply him saying that you have accepted to do it at that same price. So what you now do is you send him a custom price, not just the price on your gig, but a custom price through inbox. So when you send him a custom price through inbox, Fiverr is going to present that custom price to him, and he will click on it and make payments. Now, this is what will happen. After he has made that payment, let's say your service you are offering will take, let's say 6 hours or 2 days or 3 days or 4 days or 7 days to do. Just divide that number of hours into 2 and come back, present a file to that your friend through the inbox and say, this is the file of the work that you requested. Deliver it. Go to the gig order, deliver it. Now, the moment you deliver that in, like I said, remember I said, if it's going to take 6 hours, divide it into 2, deliver it in the next 3 hours. If it's going to take 7 days, deliver it in the next 2 days or next 3 days. The shorter you deliver it, the better or the faster or the more efficient the algorithm sees your gig and sees you as a person. It's going to trigger the algorithm to rate your services very high. Now, after delivering that job in half of the hour that it is meant to be, of course, the job you deliver can just be a blank file. It can be something you just write just 1 or 2 things. As of then, I was offering content writing services back then in 2019 and 2018, 2019. So now I just wrote a few words article and then sent it to that my friend whom is in another state, whom I've already spoken to order my service on Fiverr. Now, on your own, you can just get something, and just present it to your friend and have him accept it. Now, after accepting it, let him recommend you 5 stars out of 5 stars. Let him recommend you, write a recommendation. For instance, the services, I like your services. This seller offered me exactly what I'm looking for, or even offered me bonuses or more than what I'm looking for. Now, this is what is going to happen. After rating you 5 stars in the 3 sections that he will be asked to rate you, after rating you and, putting up that recommendation out there, the algorithm will be triggered, to push your gig up. The algorithm will be triggered to push your gig up to where eyes will see it. When I say eyes, I mean buyers will see it. And now, as buyers are seeing it, by reading the recommendation that somebody has already written for you, they will be prompted to patronize you. Now, that's not enough. Don't just do it only that one and relax. Now, get another friend in another country, or get a friend who is using VPN, okay, in the same country, who is using VPN. Of course, VPN is legal. So get a friend who is using VPN to sign up as a user from maybe USA or Canada or Australia. These are 3 countries you can use, and it will boost your profile in such a powerful way. Get your friend who is using a VPN to sign up as a user from USA, from Canada, or from Australia. These 3 countries are very, very amazing. Of course, you can also add UK if you want. Now, each of these countries, he can choose one out of these 4 countries. That is USA, Canada, UK or Australia, these 4 countries, choose one out of it. Now that your friend will still order your service using the same method that your other friend used before. That your other friend can be in Nigeria here. Now after your friend has already ordered this your gig using this same method, you divide the same time, just the same thing you did in the first one, and deliver that job. Then have that your friend write you a recommendation. Write you a recommendation. Let him rate your services 5 stars and write you a recommendation. These are the only 2 things you need to do, and you are not going to lose that money, because you may say, if I do this, where will I get $10? And if I invest this $10, I'm going to lose it. Now, it's not, you are not going to lose it. This is an investment that you are making. Are you hearing me? It's an investment that you are making. After putting that $10 in there, Fiverr is just going to remove $2 out of it and send you $8 in your account. Now, when they send you $8, after a couple of days, you will be allowed to withdraw that same $8. So you can withdraw that $8 to your PayPal account. Of course, you can always open a PayPal account with Lesotho account, or Lesotho details, or Lesotho country, or even with your detail but as a Lesotho citizen, or maybe using a UAE, that's Dubai or Saudi Arabia. These are countries you can use, or even South Africa. These are countries you can use to open a PayPal account that can receive money right here in Nigeria. But if you don't want to go that option, you can use any other method of receiving money aside from using PayPal on Fiverr. Are you getting me? So my point is, you are not going to lose that $8. You're not going to lose that money that you invested. It's an investment, and you're not going to lose it. Fiverr will only remove like $2 out of that $10. That is $1 from the one the other friend paid you, and $1 from the one the other friend paid you, and then send you the rest. So that same one that they sent to you, you can either withdraw it or use it to also offer services that you may need on the platform. Now, this is what is going to happen. After doing these 2 things, give yourself 30 days. Within that 30 days, you must get an order. You must get an order, as in people, because if I am a buyer, the first thing I consider is how many people have bought your services in the past. What are their recommendations? Now you already have the recommendations, you already have the people, and now you already have the 5-star ratings on your profile. So people are going to patronize you within the next 30 days. Within the next 30 days, you are going to make sales. Not just only one sale. If you deliver that one sale on time, and deliver it in such a way that your work is very, very nice and okay, that person will still rate you. And the more rating you get, the higher your profile will keep coming up. The algorithm will keep pushing you up, pushing your gigs up, until more and more buyers will be seeing your product. Now, the last one, which is the 4th point I'm going to be giving you today, that will help you to sell more as a seller on Fiverr, is to always be available. Be available always. Stay online most of the time. And the moment, or the best time to stay online, is to stay online from 8 to 12 p.m. or from 9 to not p.m. p.m. in the night. Okay, 9 p.m. in the night to 12 a.m. Okay, so these are times that you can always stay online, and your profile will be picking up buyers' requests. Now, every day, buyers create requests saying, I need these services, I need these services. But you will not see it now. Fiverr will not send it to you, not because buyers are not doing that. Every single day, buyers are sending requests. But Fiverr will not send it to you because they don't trust you that you will be online to offer those services. So those people who are always online have these services pushed to them. So be online from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. in the night, and as well as from 8 a.m. in the morning to 11 a.m. in the morning. These are the best times to be online and get Fiverr sending you buyers requests to your DM. So how do you see those buyer requests? When you log into your seller account, just click on your profile. You will see a place under it as a seller now. As a seller, under it, you will see a place where they will write buyers request. So just click on that buyers request. You will see lots of messages that buyers have pushed out there looking for people that offer those kind of services. These are buyers that don't want to patronize one person through their gig on the platform. They just want to push out the content and then have many people bidding for it. So once you see those buyers requests, you see the number of bids that have been sent to it. For instance, out of let's say 50 bids have been sent to it. So what you need to do now is bid your own, offering to do that same service that the buyer is looking for, who to offer it. Okay, offer to do that same thing, but at a reduced price. Now, don't reduce it in so much that the buyer will think you don't know your value, or maybe you don't know what you are doing.
Okay, because if I said I'm looking for something to be done for me at the rate of $10, and you start saying I can do it at $2, I would think you are insane. I would think you don't really have an idea of what I am looking for. Okay, so just look for a buyer, look for a price, or bid for a price that will not be too low. Do you understand? That you will not make profit, or too low that the buyer will be discouraged. Are you getting me? Reduce it, let's say by $2, by $1, by $3 at most, but don't go so low where it will become a problem for you to even offer that kind of service. Remember that the minimum amount you must charge for each service is $5. So always bear that in your mind when you are offering your service on Fiverr. So until next time, if you ever have any question, if you ever need a guidance, if you ever need me to talk to you about selling on Fiverr, please feel free to always reach out to me through Facebook, or you can follow me on Facebook at Prince Gabriel Kocha, or you can always join my Twitter, my YouTube, Trispark Digital Technologies. Just subscribe, okay? Because this week I'm actually sharing something on gaining financial freedom with blogging, and it's going to bless you. It's going to, change your life forever. So subscribe to that channel, Trispark Digital Technologies on YouTube, and click on the notification bell so that you won't be missing out when I'm pushing out this content for the world to see.